Well, last week, Georgia and Kylie. This week, they're little sisters. Lily, we often call her Lou, and Ila and I sit down and talk about what it's like to be a little sister. They were not quite as talkative as their older counterparts, but I think we had a really good conversation, several really good conversations. So, welcome back to my sibling series, I guess, my twofer series. I hope you enjoy it. Please share it if you know someone who would be interested in this conversation. Thanks for coming back every week. Thanks for the emails that you send me. I read every single one, and I really appreciate them. So I hope you enjoy this episode with Lou and Ila about being a little sister. That's my girl.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mom. So,
get hydrated for this episode, right? Need some hydration.
Yeah.
Are you nervous, Lou?
Yeah.
You are? How come?
This is a microphone.
The microphone is a little high. I'm going to push it down just a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
Is that better?
Yeah.
See, if you can't see it, it doesn't make you as nervous, right?
Yeah.
Don't be nervous. You know why? Because you're adorable and you have a lot to say, right?
Yeah.
you can put the pillow.
Yeah.
You can move pillows.
Okay.
Does that feel better? What should we talk about, guys? I mean, I know we have a topic, but the other two ladies who were here talked for an hour before we even got to the topic.
I think it's 2 hours, right?
Yeah, the total time was 2 hours.
Okay. Well,
maybe we'll just start off with, what's it like to be the little sister? And first of all, I want to say, they did not trash talk you guys. I don't want you trash talking them.
That.
They didn't, really. Did they, Halston? Nope, they did not trash talk anybody. No trash talking. No, like, my sister stinks because I want to know what it's like. What do you think? What would you say it's like to be the little sister?
Well, like, I don't want them to go to college.
You don't?
Yeah.
it's so scary because George is going next year.
Yeah.
And
Why not?
Gonna have to talk to my parents, like, alone. Kylie goes to, like, her friend's house, and then they're, like, asking me all these questions about my life that they don't ask if Kylie's home. So then it's gonna be, like, all around me, like I'm an only child.
Oh, so
So-
Kylie takes a lot of heat off of you?
Yeah.
yeah.
Mm.
And she got the only child part when she was younger. So that's
She was 2.
Yeah. So then she was like the only child then. And now we have to talk.
Yeah.
When we're the only child.
You don't feel like you talk to me already, Ila? You talk to me more than Georgia does. Georgia stays in her room all the time.
Oh, that's because
Like
I
a
being
teenager.
social.
But what's it like in other ways? Okay, let's start off like this. What's your favorite part about being the younger sibling?
I don't get yelled at.
You don't?
No.
So once again, Kylie's taking the heat for you.
Yeah.
I'm not the guinea pig.
You're not the guinea pig?
Yeah.
You think that's good?
Yeah.
You think there's any negative to that?
No.
No.
No negative to not being the guinea pig.
You just get away with, like, more things.
You think so?
Yeah.
But does that rob you of the opportunity to learn hard things?
No.
No.
You still learn the things. You just,
Like, you just watch
yeah.
from, like, the side.
So you learn by observing.
Yeah.
And do you think that's effective? I'm just
Yeah.
curious. You think it's an effective way to learn? Is you
I think it is.
watch
Yeah.
your sister go through it and go, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
Is that what you do?
But then if I do it, I just don't get as much, like, heat.
Why do you think that is?
Because they already are like not burnt out, but already did it with another kid.
Yeah.
So I think you need to put your mic closer to your mouth, Ila. You think they've already like maybe say if, I know Kylie has never done this, but let's say Kylie shoplifted and then your parents were like, what? And then you shoplifted, you think they'd be like, okay, this is a problem. Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
No.
Well,
No?
Well, I feel like it'd be the same reaction, just be more, like, mild.
Okay, so it'd be like, what? Instead of what?
Mm-hmm.
Like that?
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So do you think that makes your older siblings jealous?
Yeah, probably.
Yes, absolutely.
You think so?
Mm-hmm.
You think they're jealous of the fact that they get it worse than you do, or that you believe they get it? Or do you think they get it worse than you do?
Yeah.
I think they get it a lot
Yeah, they know.
worse. Yeah.
They know.
Mhm.
Well, is there anything that you're jealous of them for?
Being treated more like an adult than we are, being
Yeah.
held to higher standards.
And you're always kind of in their like shadow, sort of. So
Yeah,
Interesting.
because they're always older
Yeah.
and just they're getting higher than you are when you're like still.
right.
And then I'm always expected to like have the same like maturity level as her, so we could have a conversation
Mm-hmm.
without her like looking down on me, sort of. So it's
Mhm.
just like you have to grow up a little faster to keep up with her.
That's an interesting perspective. Something I talked about with your sisters was about autonomy. You know what autonomy is? It means
Kind
being
of.
your own person, right? And making your own decisions. And there's only so much autonomy you can have as a child and as a teenager. There's some things that your parents are still definitely in charge of because they have to be. You don't pay the rent, you don't buy the groceries, so
Mhm.
parents are in charge of certain things. But we were talking about how they get annoyed when they walk into your room and you're like, "Get out of my room!" And
Oh,
that
yeah.
happens.
Mhm.
And both of your sisters said that happens. And I thought, what's really interesting about that as a teenager, you're fighting for your autonomy. So you want to be your own person, but you still have to listen to your parents. And for the older siblings, they just have their parents. But for the younger siblings, you have your parents and your older sibling that you're struggling for your autonomy because they're 2 years ahead of you.
Mhm.
So they've already been to 9th grade and 7th grade. They've already been in sports for
Yeah.
school.
Mhm.
So do you think that's true? That you guys have two different places that you're fighting for autonomy?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Kind of.
kind of. Explain. Tell me.
I don't know if that was the right answer or not, but
Yeah.
What do you mean?
It was a little bit confusing.
Yeah.
I confused you?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, put it this way. I feel like you guys have two sets of authority figures. You have your parents and you have your older sibling. And they might not tell you what to do or make your rules, but they've gone the path ahead of you. So they are ahead of you. Like you were saying, you have to grow up faster. So do you feel like when they barge in your room, it's kind of like, oh, another authority figure coming in my room
Yeah. And it just, they always come in on like the wrong time.
at the wrong time?
Yeah.
What makes it the wrong time?
Well, it's not really like ever the right time, but it's just like, I don't know, I'm doing something or like I'm on like, I don't know, I'm just doing something and then they just come in and she just sits on my bed and I'm like, get out, And then they get their feelings hurt because they're like, oh, my sister doesn't love me and stuff like that. Because
Yeah.
my Kylie was always like to my mom, oh yeah, Lily doesn't love me. And I was like, I just asked you to get out of my room. So then I always feel bad after that.
Mhm.
But it's just sort of like, I don't know. But it's also good to have that because you can always just like ask them for their like advice and their experience.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of helpful in a way.
Do you ask your sisters for advice?
no.
I do.
You do?
I just ask her like, because she's been in my grade and stuff. So I ask her like, what do we do? And what should I wear? What should I buy? I always ask her like, what should I buy?
Yeah.
I have like the idea in my head, but I just want like her approval because I feel like if I come home and she's like, ew, why'd you buy that? I'd be like, oh. And then I never want to wear it.
Yeah. Well, she is very fashionista, your
Yeah.
sister. She's very into that. So that would be kind of, I don't know if hard's the right word, but it would make me feel nervous sometimes. I know exactly what you're
Yeah.
saying. I'm not a fashionista. And I know sometimes when I go out with people who are, I feel a little awkward.
Yeah.
And even though I leave my house going, I look good. And then I show up like with Kat, who is always so beautifully dressed. I go, I actually look like I shop at Walmart.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with shopping at Walmart, but she definitely shops at Chanel. And you
Yeah.
can tell the difference when we're next to each other.
Mhm.
Like I buy clothes at Walmart all the time. I have no problem with that. But then you show up with Chanel and you're like, ooh,
Yeah.
I look kind of not put together. What do you think, Ila? You don't ever ask your sister for advice?
I mean, not really. I mean, like, I need approval, but I don't ask advice.
You need approval?
Yeah.
Like for what?
Like if I am going to text someone something, just like, maybe I'm not saying this right.
Yeah.
And then I go to her room and she's like, "What do you want?" And I'm like, Can you read this? And she's like, "Now, give me 10 minutes." And I'm like, "Fine." But she also like, the same thing that Lou was saying. I know we had a problem with like her thinking I didn't like love her for not giving her affection when I was younger, like that. But I think that might be a different thing because you told me to hug her and I didn't, and then right?
Are you talking about a specific incident or
No,
just
like
in general?
In general, when she kept telling you that she didn't think I loved her.
Yeah, and I would tell you that sometimes she needs a hug and that sometimes you have to give someone what they need, even if it's not what you want to do.
Is that the same thing?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
But then you just never gave her a hug?
I don't think I
Oh,
really did.
Isla, that kind of breaks my heart for Georgia.
No, I did when you asked me to.
When you were forced to?
Yeah.
Do you think that's very good?
I mean, no, it's not very good. I was just wondering if it was the same thing.
Or you were just stubborn?
Yeah.
Just a little bit stubborn.
Yeah.
What is your favorite quality about your older sister? Is that a hard question?
I thought you were gonna go first.
No.
It just sounds, I think just having them around, sort of, it gets kind of lonely when you're alone, and like I don't really like hanging out with my friends. So when Kylie's home, it's just sort of like she's a friend. Which is why when she goes out, I'm just like stuck with my parents. So I feel like just having her presence and just like as a whole, it's always fun, like more fun at dinners, her opinions and things. How she talks, she always like carries the dinner and stuff.
She does.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were talking about their very kind of strong personalities. How is it to live with someone with a strong personality?
It can be overwhelming sometimes, but
it can.
Besides that, I think it's fun.
Yeah. So what's your favorite quality about Georgia?
This might sound bad, but her aggression.
Her aggression.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it's fun. It's like a fun type of like aggression.
Is it aggression or is it intensity?
And maybe intensity.
Because I think of aggression as someone like attacking you. But does she attack you?
I mean, in a
she
fun
does?
way. Yeah. I mean, kind of. Like we chase each other.
You do chase
Remember
each other.
that game Kylie used to play when
Like
we were
Kill
younger? It was
Kylie.
like Kill Kylie.
Yeah.
Kill Kylie.
Yeah. We made up a game called Kill Kylie and
No,
we'd
but
chase her.
when you guys went over, we used to play a game called Monster, and she would just like attack me.
No.
Like I'd have to run. And she just attacked me for her own like fun, and I was just like dying, and her knee was on me, and I was like,
I remember
it was, like,
that
for her
game.
own fun. I was like, what?
Mm-hmm.
She'd always want to play it, and I was like,
I remember that.
yeah.
So what do you think your sister would say is their favorite quality you have?
Nothing.
None.
Oh, but they did. What do you think? What do you think they would say?
She probably called me like a stinky rat.
No, she did not call you. I never heard stinky rat in the whole episode.
She called me a walking fart once.
A walking fart?
Yeah.
That's kind of brilliant.
No, it was like a week ago.
That's kind of brilliant. You are a walking fart.
Yeah.
That's really funny.
Georgia calls me an egg.
She does? Why?
Yeah. I don't know. She just says un egg.
Oh yeah.
But what do you think she thinks is her favorite quality about you? What would you think?
I'm not sure.
Can't even take a guess?
I don't know. I don't know how she thinks like that. Like, I don't.
Do you just not think about how she thinks like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
I
really
feel like
think
I'm the main character and they're sort of like the side character.
You do?
So then when I think of their perspectives, like I have to like, if I'm writing something, I have to change perspectives completely.
Ah.
Because it's sort of like everybody thinks they're like the main one because it's you. And then I always think like, oh, it's my sister on the side, you know?
Yeah.
So it's sort of like hard to put her in perspective. Because like I sometimes forget she has her own life and stuff.
Yeah.
So like I think maybe for me what she said. Actually, I don't know. Like,
Well, it's so interesting you say that because we had a conversation about how you think other people think about you, but really you just think about yourself.
mhm.
And then if you realize the person you're worried about judging you or looking at you in a certain way really isn't thinking about you at all because they're thinking about themselves too. Do you think that's true?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I put a lot of energy in what like other people think, but I don't ever think about other people.
Exactly.
So I'm like, oh, I'm selfish because everybody's thinking about me and I'm only thinking about myself. But like in reality, no one's actually thinking about me.
It's pretty typical teenager though.
Yeah.
I usually think that other people are thinking about themselves.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like the other day I was like walking past the street and like this group of girls felt so uncomfortable together and I was like, they're probably all just worried about themselves right now. No, I don't know.
Because I think everybody's scared that people are judging them.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But I don't think anybody like cares.
Right.
So
Isn't that interesting? What you're afraid of doesn't even really exist.
yeah.
But
Because you put a lot of energy into it.
you do, and almost everyone's afraid of that, right?
Mhm.
But it doesn't even really exist.
Well, it does exist, but
Not really. I mean, it does. You're right, but not to the scale that you think it does.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It's not what you think it is. It may be just like a teeny tiny bit of what you think.
Mhm.
So, what are you going to miss the most when your daughter, when your sister goes to college?
Everything.
Yeah.
Oh,
Everything? What, Ila?
the whole entire upper floor being empty. I can't deal with that.
Yeah,
I can't deal with that. And it's
You
gonna
have
be
your
just
own
you and me.
wing.
It's gonna be just you and me.
I know, isn't that
It's gonna
kind
be
of
so
awesome?
awkward.
Why would it be awkward?
Because I'm gonna go downstairs and you're gonna be like, I'm making breakfast.
We're
And
just
I'm
going to twin it all day long. You and me. Twinning.
It's gonna be
With
like
Mac
Gilmore
and
Girls.
Izzy.
You guys are gonna be best
Exactly. We're
friends.
just so Gilmore Girl. We're so Gilmore.
it's gonna be so scary.
It's not going to be scary. I'm fun. Don't you think I'm fun?
Mhm.
And Georgia makes us laugh, so that's gonna be sad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Lou's probably gonna miss her the most. though.
Yeah.
What?
I've already started crying when we bring up the college topic.
I know. You and George have always had a really special relationship. Always. Since you were probably 4.
Yeah, or 5. I don't know.
I think, well, Kylie and Ila started getting to be really good friends when they were 6. So
Oh,
you
okay.
were
So
2
4.
years, yeah.
And then she was 8.
Yep.
The age difference.
Yeah, I know. When she was 4, when she was like my age, I was not even born yet.
How funny. So dang it, I forgot my question. Oh crap. I forgot my question.
Well, you were born because you're a Pisces, and she. Sorry.
We talked astrological stuff with your older sisters too.
Oh.
Wow, dang it, I had a good question too. I don't remember what it was. So what would you say you've learned from your older sister? Yes, Ila.
To be more cautious in conversations.
Really? Why? How did Georgia teach you that?
Because I saw like how she'd have conversations with you and Dad, and keep bringing stuff up,
Mm-hmm.
and then it'd just be like, "No, here we go again."
Yeah.
And then I just would know to like shut up, kind of. Not cautious, but like just to stop.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
It does make sense. What would you say you've learned from Kylie?
I've learned a lot of things because I always looked up to her like my whole life for like fashion, music, movies. It's just like recently in the pandemic, I've sort of found the own things I like my own music, my own movies. But before, she was always older, and then with all her friends, they'd always talk about it. So I'd be like, oh, it's super cool. So then I'd like this stuff too. So I was sort of, as I said earlier, like in her shadow. And I feel like what I've learned from her is that, I don't know, it was just sort of, she looked like a leader to me. And I was the follower. And I still am, like with her friends. They're all really nice, but she always has them over. And then I talk to them and stuff. And I just always feel she's like annoyed and stuff. She's like, oh, why does she get her own friends? Like, I'm trying here. And yeah, it's just sort of, she just helped me a lot. She's been like my best friend.
That's so great.
Aw.
That's very sweet.
Cakey baby.
You have good older sisters. I think they're pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think they're pretty good?
Yeah.
If you could change one thing about her, what would you change?
Maybe add a little bit more of a filter to her.
A little more of a filter?
Oh my God.
That's so funny. She said one of her things is that she's too honest.
Yeah.
So you know her very well.
Yeah.
Okay. What about you, Ila?
To Carter, when we were trying to compliment each other,
Oh my
the
God.
campers, we were like, hey, I think we should all compliment each other so we can get closer and bond on a spiritual level. This was George's idea. So let's all give compliments to like get better at like being nice.
Mhm.
And Kylie was like, you look like you're good at, what'd she say? She was like, you look like you're good at math. Or something like that. And I was
That
like,
was her compliment? Oh my god.
it was like something science or something.
Who did she say that to?
Carter.
Oh my god.
She also like told Carter one time she didn't like him, and he started crying.
When did that happen?
Like
so
a
bad.
few- like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Aw, why did
Because
she tell him?
Kylie wasn't being, she was like joking, but sometimes her jokes are so real because
Like
it's just
blunt.
who she is. So
Yeah.
she was like, yeah, I don't like you, Carter. And he was like, he was like, you're joking, right? And she was like, no, I don't like you.
Oh my
And
goodness.
then it was like a joke, but he like took it personal because I would too.
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
He was
probably.
confused. He was probably
Yeah.
confused and didn't know what to think.
Because I don't know what her different tone and language is. Like,
Right,
at all.
And then her and Dad are awful together.
Yeah.
'Cause she says, you remember that time we were at dinner and she was like, I don't like you. Or like that.
No, what'd she say?
I don't remember what she said, but it was like,
No, she did say something to him like she didn't like him. It broke his heart.
Yeah,
I
it was
know.
something about, we were bringing up something and then she like, I forgot what it was. It was really good though.
it was
Oh,
really good.
Kylie.
It
Yeah.
was so funny.
Oh, Kylie.
And Dad just went in a corner.
Mhm.
He got devastated.
And,
Ila, if you could change one thing about Georgia, what would it be?
oh yeah. Probably her, not temper, but like, because she gets I keep saying aggravated, but it's not aggravated, but she gets like set off easily by me.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I've seen it.
Yeah.
She has little patience sometimes.
Yeah.
Very little
Like
patience.
when I take up time in the bathroom to get ready. And she's like, get out. I'm like,
Well, you'll have your own bathroom soon enough, and that
Yeah.
will be alleviated.
All alone.
Won't that be nice? Don't say that, Lou. She's gonna be living with me. We'll move into this nice house where everybody has their own room and their own bathroom, and she'll live with me in my room.
I
Yeah.
know. I'll be down there a lot, Mom.
That'd be.
She'll
okay,
sleep on
too.
the couch with the dogs.
Yeah, please. I still do that now. So bad.
So, do you think you are? How do I say this?
The
What?
better sibling? Yes.
The better sibling? Really? Tell me about that. Why are you the better sibling?
Because, no, I was just joking.
I don't think I'm the better sibling.
No.
You don't? You think you're the worst sibling?
Well,
I think I'm the best tempered sibling, but I think you guys like George's personality more.
What?
Yeah.
That's so interesting. You know, something that I talk about a lot on this podcast is parenting my two kids differently because they are so very different. Like I can't apply, there's base rules like, you know, we don't hit, we don't steal, we don't, you know, we eat our vegetables, like that kind of stuff. But
Uba Tuba.
what'd you say?
Uba Tuba hurts so bad.
Uba tuba?
Can we get it?
Maybe after.
Yeah.
But you know, after you get to a certain point, George and Ila are so different. I can't really apply the same rules to both of them all the time. I can do it most of the time, but sometimes I have to go, this one doesn't work for Ila,
Yeah.
but it works for Georgia. And do you ever see that happening in our house, Ila?
Yeah.
Yeah. How does it make you feel?
I don't really know. I don't think it affects me that much.
Oh, do you feel like I favor you over Georgia?
No,
Do you feel like you have easier rules than Georgia?
I don't think so. I think it depends. It's like different reasons.
I think my
different.
parents favor me more.
You do?
Yeah. It's just because what I see, like, as I said, like, Kylie takes all the heat, but they're super easy on me.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah, I can see that.
Is that good or bad?
I mean, good for
good
Lou,
for
probably.
me.
Is it?
Yeah, because I always, like sometimes I get into these moods and then I'm really mean to everyone around me.
Mm-hmm.
And my parents are just like, oh, give her space, you know? But if it was Kylie, they'd all be like, why are you acting like this? They definitely like attack her more.
Interesting. Why do you think that is?
I don't know. I think it's like the first child mentality or something.
Because they've been around longer.
Yeah.
And we're like the new dog. You like us better.
There were two Ila.
You're the Coco?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the other older ones are Stella?
Yeah.
They have less tolerance for the Stellas of the world. That's an interesting perspective. So, what is the hardest part about being a younger sibling? You can put your feet on the couch if you want to crisscross applesauce. Yeah, you look uncomfortable.
Well, I think, I don't know if these like correspond, but like, never mind.
What? What's the hardest part?
Probably not freedom, but like independence, kind of.
Being independent is the hardest part?
I think for me at least. Not independence, but like not having no approval, if that makes sense.
Not having no approval?
Yeah, if that makes sense. Or not having approval.
Approval from who?
From like your parents or your sibling, because you have like more resources. And like if you were out in the world by yourself, I think it would be more difficult for a younger sibling than an older sibling, because they've been through all like the more difficult things, and then we haven't really. So.
I see. So you feel like the older sibling has more independence and maybe more experience in the world, and they can kind of get through the world easier than the younger sibling?
Yeah, I think, yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah, I think that's good for them, though, because they're more prepared.
But then you feel less prepared?
Yeah, I feel less prepared than Georgia, probably.
Do you think it's because you're 2 years younger? And
Yeah.
You're 2 years behind in experience? Do you think by the time you get to be her age, you'll feel the same experienced as she does? Or do you think you'll feel less experienced?
Probably less experienced than her.
You think?
I mean, from Georgia, yeah.
It's because she
Not for me.
Not for you?
No.
You think you're going to be more experienced than Kylie?
Yeah.
Interesting. Very interesting. Do you know what Ila's saying? Do you feel like it's true that
it doesn't apply to me.
No.
But I see what she's saying.
Yeah.
But for the hardest thing, I don't agree with Ila that's the hardest thing.
What do you think is the hardest thing?
It just doesn't apply to me.
Yeah.
What
What do you think is the hardest thing?
just kind of being like your own person.
That's what I was meant.
Oh. And it's kind of hard just sort of learning things about yourself that your sister has differently. With friendships and things. Like my mom is always like on me for like making plans with my friends, because Kylie always has her friends over like every week. And it's just hard for me to do that. So I have to just like sit on the side and sort of watch Kylie have her fun, like taking notes and stuff. And it's you like I'm stuttering.
That's okay. You're doing great.
Just being your own person and learning things that you like yourself that you like pretended you liked when your sister liked them. Like, for example, she liked a lot of music and I was like, oh, this is good because she liked it, but it's just not my type of genre of music. But I'd always pretend it was just because it was her and I thought that was like the only right way.
Right.
So it's just coming to like a maturity level and figuring yourself out more than following in like her footsteps.
Right. I think it's I think that's the same theme I was talking about earlier that was confusing to you, is that you have that other layer, not just your parents, but an older sibling that you're kind of following along behind, and it maybe takes you a little longer to figure out who you are and what your place is in the world. Maybe. I mean, I don't know. I am not an older or a younger, so I have no idea.
That was what I was talking about with independence, like being your own person. I didn't know the right words, but yeah.
You think it's hard to be your own person when you're a second or a youngest child?
I mean, yeah. I think it's most difficult for like the middle kids. They get no attention.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think so?
Good thing I don't have a younger sibling.
But
yeah.
I feel like middle children,
Yeah.
middle childs, are more independent and they're more
Mature.
mature than the rest of them because either the older one is favorited or the younger one is favorited, but the middle one isn't. They're always just looked on like, oh, take care of your younger sister. And then the older one is just there, like having fun, or then they favorite the younger sister and then the middle one's just here. I always see these TikToks. Like, yeah, that's the only reason I know.
So it's interesting you say that. They then have to wait more for what they need, right?
Their maturity level, I think, is higher.
More resilient, perhaps. More
Like,
able to recover from things.
I
Maybe?
don't know why, but I find them like a 60-year-old man.
A 60?
Yeah, 60-year-old man or like a middle-aged.
Wait, what?
What?
No, the middle
When did
child.
that come out?
The middle child is like a 6-year-old man?
Yeah.
Like that's their maturity level?
Mhm.
Interesting. Interesting.
Like they're just done with retirement. It's like they
And they're
have
on
to take
Easy
care of their
Street.
grandkids, yeah.
I would think it would be hard to know that your older or your younger sibling gets more attention or to feel that way.
Yeah.
Do you think that would make a middle child feel jealous at all?
Yeah. I just looked down on sort of.
Do you
Just
think-
not appreciated in the family.
They're like the shadow of everyone.
Like of the whole family.
Of the
Like I
whole
bet
family.
the dogs get more attention.
Yeah.
Geez, that would be bad. So, do you think jealousy is part of being a sibling?
Yes.
Mhm.
You
There's
do?
a lot
Absolutely.
of jealousy because Christmas happens
Mm-hmm.
and you're like, oh, she got that. I asked for that. Because I remember I took a long time opening my gifts
Uh-huh.
because I was like with Benoit and we were just talking about each gift. She got me these gifts and I was like, oh my God. And she like told me how to use them and stuff. And then Kylie was waiting. She was like, Lily, you have this gift to open still. And I was like, oh, sorry. So I opened it and then I talked to whoever gave it to me, thanked them. Kylie opened hers pretty fast. And then I had a lot of gifts left and she was just like, she was looking at me and I could like sense the jealousy in her. And then I felt bad. Like I was like, oh, you know, like, so I just opened them really quickly so I didn't make her feel bad. Even though we had like the same amount of gifts,
Right.
same amount, it's just, it looks different. And to see your like other sibling get something
Mm-hmm.
and you wanted it sort of is just taking away from like your brightness or something. I don't know.
Huh.
It sounds weird.
No, it doesn't sound weird. I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Because you have to like pace yourself.
Yeah. What?
Not pace yourself, but like
Yeah, I have to. Well, no, that's what she was talking about. She had to change the pace she was opening gifts so that Kylie wouldn't be upset.
Yeah.
Right?
who came in?
I think the wind blew the door open.
That was creepy. I was like, who else?
It's Max, the ghost.
No.
He came in to say hi, Max the ghost. I'm trying to think what else I asked your sisters. Is it hard? Oh, that's not a good question. Let's talk about the campers for a little bit. So we talked about the campers in the episode with your sisters. What do you think about this group of adults?
Oh, adults.
Yeah.
Not the kids.
Oh.
Well, camper kids are the camper kids. The campers are the adults. Let's
The
face
adults
it.
are kind of weird.
The adults are kind of weird.
Yeah.
Why are they weird?
I mean, Sandy isn't. But
Is that the only one Ila in the whole entire camper?
Sandy's the only
They're gonna be
one. So
watching this and they're
Kathy's
gonna be like,
weird. So Lynn is weird.
Weren't you at Kathy's house for like 3 days? Just
I know.
Yeah, right?
Kathy watching this?
Probably. They're weird. Why
Well,
are they
they're not
weird?
They're just not like I would expect adults.
Adults are not like what you would expect adults to be like.
I mean,
What did you think adults were going to be like?
I don't know.
Like Nana and Papa who wear like Brooks Brothers and dress real nice
No,
and
just like more civil.
more civil?
Yeah.
You don't think we're
You
very
guys
civil?
Get loud easily.
We could pull up the clips of you guys dancing.
Oh my God,
Well,
no.
you know, some people got to do what they got to do. That's all I'm saying, Luke.
Mom
Your
dancing.
birthday was pretty fantastic, if you ask me. Drop Squad did some damage that night.
Oh my.
Do you enjoy this group of parents?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. This is like a Debbie Downer, you guys.
It's just I'm not really close with any of the parents.
No?
Well, yeah, I am, but some of them.
Yeah.
Like, I'm close with you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like Bert, because we've been friends for like ever, but I don't really hang out with the Fromkins or the Gruzins one-on-one very much, except for Sydney when we were friends.
Yeah.
Like when we were like close friends in elementary. Like I never really got close with any of the parents and stuff, how I have a relationship with you. So I don't really know.
I don't know. You don't have any observations about them?
When we were in the camping trip and Bert was like, say something that you like about each parent, then it was Kathy's turn. I don't really have a lot of moments alone with Kathy.
Yeah, totally.
So I was just like sort of searching in my brain for some.
Yeah, she's an excellent baker.
Yeah.
You can always use that. She's an excellent baker.
And then for Steven, his steak.
Oh my God.
yes. So then I think it's really cool to have these 4 families do so much together. Do you think that's cool?
But you can also notice how they parent each child.
Yeah.
And it's a lot different.
Yeah. You think
It's
so?
really different from what we see, at least.
Yeah, the
It's
kids
super
kids all.
Yeah.
See how everybody parents their kids differently?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that good or bad or no? Doesn't matter?
At least our group does. Like our smaller.
Yeah, the 4 of us.
Yeah.
Kylie, Georgia, Lou, and I.
You mean that Sandy?
Yeah, like your guys's and stuff. How you guys parent us differently and stuff. How the other
different from the other 2 adults? Oh, I see what you mean. So are you saying that the Kreischers and the Hayslips parent similarly?
No.
No. Okay,
Not
I'm very
really.
confused then. So
Well, just all
the Kreischers
we
parent.
just talk about how each parent
The 4
different
kids
parents.
not talk about, but like,
all of the parents.
yeah.
Mhm.
Notice all the parents parenting their kids differently.
Yeah.
And it's noticeable.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
Okay. So, you're back in school?
Yes.
Yes. Are you liking it?
No.
No? Why not?
I don't really have a lot of friends.
Yeah.
Because a lot of them decide not to go back to school.
Oh,
Because you have the option.
Yeah. Okay.
And then if my friends did go, they wouldn't even be in the same group as me. So that kind of
Oh.
sucks.
So, okay.
So, but it's fine.
You haven't made
It's
any
on-
new friends? In your
I
group?
did make new friends,
Mhm.
but
Okay. Would you prefer to just learn from home?
yeah. I feel okay. So obviously, I get a better education in person. I pay attention. I don't go on my phone and stuff. I engage with the class, but it's just you've been at home the whole year, so it's sort
Yeah.
of different because it's just new.
Mm-hmm.
And it feels like the day is so long in
Mhm.
person. And then you have snack and lunch and you have to just socialize the whole time. It's kind of exhausting. When you get back home, I feel sort of drained, even though, yeah.
Yeah. What's most draining? Is it the socializing, or is it that you have to pay attention so much all day?
Yeah, I
or-
just I have to put on this like fake mask.
Why?
and-
Why do you feel you have to put on a fake mask?
Just in general, that's how I have to be with school, You can't just talk and be yourself. You have to just like, follow all the things. You have to not talk. Just sort of be like, if say my personality is like this at school, my personality goes like this. Like just even with friends
Interesting.
and stuff. I just
Really?
don't have any like energy or motivation to.
That's
Yeah.
really interesting, Lou. That you feel like you have to put on a fake face when you go to school.
Mhm.
Oh, that can't be very fun.
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
But then I got sick the past weeks. Not like sick. I just had like my mouth stuff, so I got to
Yeah.
stay home.
That's good.
I got my 4 teeth pulled out, so I got to stay home for 2
I know
days.
that was rough, wasn't it? Yeah.
That would have been so fun.
How about you? You're back to school.
Yeah.
Uh,
Do you want to ask a question or?
how's it going?
Oh, okay. It's going good.
Yeah.
The teachers are weird.
Why?
Don't know. They just make weird comments.
Okay.
And I don't think I have to really put on a mask. I know I have to be like more closed at school because there are adults around and I can't really be myself around adults.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, adults scare me so
Really?
much.
Yeah.
Adults scare you?
Yeah.
Sorry,
Why?
Leah.
What are you scared of?
Mostly guns. I don't.
What?
I feel
Not every adult has a gun on them.
I know. I just feel.
In fact, I think almost no adults that you're in contact with have a gun on them.
I know. I just.
Why are you scared of guns?
I don't know. I just.
Well, it's at school. So.
Yeah. It's not.
There's no guns at your school.
The American Horror Story episode.
Oh my God,
But you're in an all-girls Catholic school. There's no
Yeah,
guns
I
at
know.
your
You
school.
never know, Mom.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
revolt.
Your imagination is something else, girl.
Yeah.
How's the friend game?
It's really good. I've made a lot of friends.
Do you feel better?
Yeah, I wasn't making as many friends online because I couldn't like make my personality go through that
The
computer.
screen.
Yeah. So, and like people would like reach out to me on Snapchat and stuff, and I'd be like, no thanks.
What?
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I was like, I don't know who you are.
Oh, I love.
I know. I just get so many requests on
Yeah.
Snapchat, and I'm like,
Oh, they didn't actually text you like, hey. You're
no,
like, no.
They were just like request. I'm like, no, I'm sorry, I don't want to do that right now.
Yeah.
But I met a lot of people in person, and it's nice.
That's good.
Yeah. I also agree. Like, although, okay, I had these like 3 close friends online, and we all talked and stuff. But going back to school just opened up my horizon of new friends. And also, I'm not as close with any of them as I were with my 3 friends who I'm not as close with anymore. It's still just open like new connections and stuff with friends. And it's fun to be with them. But it's just not the same as how it was before, like with my close friends, because they're not back at school.
Right.
So I just have to meet. I'm just like this new person in the friend group. Like, hey, I don't really have any friends. I'm gonna sit with you guys. They're all super like nice. They're really nice, but yeah,
So it sounds like you
harder
made,
to click with.
Yeah, you just exactly.
Not my people.
Yeah, not your people. That's right. Not your people. And that doesn't mean there's anything wrong with those people. Just not your people.
Yeah.
That's okay. Sometimes it's hard to find your people. But once you do, you're really happy. It makes you really happy, right? Are you guys excited about going to Montana?
Yes.
Yes.
You are?
It's gonna be so fun
Why do you think it's going to be fun?
because there's a lot of activities to do,
Like what?
and there's gonna be downtime.
Yes.
Is there water in Montana?
Is there water?
Yeah.
Like what?
Like
Like
do
to
I have
drink?
swim?
I don't know what there is at the ranch, but apparently we're close to something called the Smith River that's supposed to be amazing.
That's where there's gonna be alligators.
Yeah.
So, no, there's no
snakes.
alligators in Montana. It's too far north. They can't live that far north.
snakes.
But I'm scared for the lake house.
Why?
lake
There's no
house?
alligators at the lake
Okay,
house
there are
either.
snakes though.
No,
There are
remember that
snakes.
time I was there the one time you caught the turtle.
Yeah?
I couldn't be in the water the same after that.
Why?
I don't know. I'm really scared.
Turtles don't eat
we
people?
watched this yesterday with my dad. We watched this video of these like kayakers and these paddle boarders, and it was like a family.
Oh my God, no.
And someone had this drone. It was in the ocean, but still. And a shark was there.
Wow.
And it just filmed them like swimming, and the shark just like waited there. And it was just so scary. I'm just scared of the ocean in general.
We're not going to the ocean.
Yeah, I know, but the water in general. Just like I can't even swim in my pool.
Yeah, I'm afraid of swimming in a pool alone. I
Same.
think there's gonna be a crocodile.
No, not a crocodile, like a shark. Like I swear someone
In your
bit me.
pool?
Yeah.
but sharks let go of you because they don't like the taste of.
Okay,
and then
well,
crocodiles
I'm still
have like
gonna
a
die.
pea brain, so they're gonna eat you.
I'm scared of fish. Like the small fish.
Well, you can't
And
let that kind of
octopus
fear.
and stingrays. Kylie saw a shark in Santa Monica.
She did.
Yeah.
Doing what? What was
She was
it doing?
surfing.
Oh,
Oh.
And she's
when
like, I just saw a shark. And this was like 2 years ago, and we did a surf camp with her London friends. And I was like dying. I couldn't get out of the board. I was like, and then I was like on the bay or sand.
Yeah.
And after I like almost drowned, she was like, I just saw a shark. And then I never went back.
Oh my goodness.
Um,
Well, there are no alligators in Alabama, in that part of Alabama. It is
Alabama?
too cold
Alabama.
at the lake house.
oh,
Oh, I thought it was
Never
called
mind.
like Papa J or something.
Oh no, it's the lake house.
I thought,
Is
like Alabama, which is like, I thought it was a town with Dowie.
Wedowee is the name of the town in
Yeah.
Alabama where the lake house is. But there's no alligators there. You don't need to worry about that. There's not anything like that there.
I've had
It's too
so
cold
many
in the
dreams
winter,
of
they can't
alligators.
survive. So they're reptiles. And so if they get too cold, they can't live. So it's just too cold
There
there.
are otters there.
There are otters.
No.
And they are adorable.
I had a dream as well the other day. This night, actually. So that's why I woke up. In my straw, my water was no.
Oh.
Well, maybe like the little cells in my water were alligators, but my water's been tasting really funky and stuff because I've been drinking it out of this water bottle that I haven't washed in like ages. So I looked in the straw.
Like mold.
Yeah, I looked in the straw in my dream, and it was like filled with like these white little dots. Could have been alligators.
They are not alligators. Albino alligators?
Yeah, they're
Oh
so
my
cool. They're
God.
like miniature.
So what are you looking forward to in Montana? What do you think is going to be the most fun? We're going horseback riding. We're going ATV riding. We're going on a 2-hour hike with a picnic. And,
that's not going to be my favorite.
You're taking jitterbug lessons.
What is that?
It's a dance.
Oh.
And we're doing archery.
Ooh, archery.
I'm going to shoot Kylie.
We do No. We do archery the first day. We're there. That'll be fun.
I think the car ride.
Yeah,
not
the
car ride, but like
the ATV?
Yeah.
Oh, well, you can't drive it.
I know.
The only person that can drive it are people with a driver's license.
Georgia.
So Georgia's one driver. I'm one driver. Sandy's one driver.
I think
So
my favorite is going to be the hike.
who do you think? Who do you think you're gonna ride with in the ATV?
Georgia.
Yeah, Lou's gonna ride with Georgia.
Who are you gonna ride with?
Probably you or.
They think that you should ride with Sandy
Oh my god.
because you and Sandy might be same on the ATV. It might be really cute. But I'll take you. I mean, I'll take you if I have to.
Yeah.
I'll take you.
Mhm.
I think it's gonna be really fun.
Mm-hmm.
I've never been to Montana.
I haven't either.
I hear it's beautiful.
I've never been to Chicago.
No,
I want to go to Chicago
you do.
Yeah.
so I can see this shameless house.
Shameless House. You watch that show?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you watch Shameless?
No.
No.
I started like the first episode, but I didn't.
No. I tried to watch it too. I didn't get into it. But you
I'm
like
on
it?
season 8.
You're on season.
Oh my
8?
god, Lou!
Oh my.
Like last week, I
goodness.
was like season 6.
No, it's been around a long time. It must
Yeah.
be a good show.
The season, I'm so sad. Season 11 just stopped
Why did it
Uh-oh.
like a
stop?
few days ago.
Season 11.
Or not a few days ago, but like they ended like the whole show.
That's a lot.
My best friend Ava, watched it all in like 2 weeks.
Wow. Wow.
It's dedication.
That
like
is
11
dedication.
seasons, and each season has like 12 episodes. Each episode's like an hour.
Oh my
That's
God.
crazy.
She became like a Gallagher.
Is she never a Gallagher? What
Yeah,
does
that's
that
their last
mean?
name. She was like in the show. She became one of them.
Oh, got it.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. Okay, I was confused. Gallagher is also the name of a comedian from the 80s, so I was a little confused.
Oh.
Anything else you guys want to do this summer? We were going to Wedowie, so you can ride some wave runners and fish and ride in the boat. I don't know if we're going to float the
What if I
river.
catch a shark?
No sharks in Wedowie.
Kylie says the hammerhead sharks are in the lake. She told me that like 4 years ago.
No. It's oh, I forgot the name of it. The ones that are really vicious.
Bull shark.
Bullshit.
Oh yeah, bull sharks.
And they're not in lakes.
They have killed so many
hold
people.
on.
What?
The only
Yes.
the only way they're in freshwater. So there are places where freshwater runs into the ocean. I don't remember what that's called.
They
It's
swim
called a certain
upstream?
thing. So they swim upstream sometimes there. Wedowie is so far away from the ocean. We would have to drive like 5 hours to get to the ocean. There's
you
no
know?
sharks in Wedowie.
How do you know
How
someone
do you know
didn't
that?
plant one in the
Oh.
Because they can't really live outside of water because they're made of cartilage and they kind of collapse. So it would be impossible unless you were like a marine biology person to put a shark in a
black
truck
market mom?
and drive it to Wedowie.
I don't know.
Shark
Georgia always
eggs.
taught me to trust my gut and follow my intuition. And right now, I don't trust Julianne. I trust my gut.
Oh, well, that would be a real bummer if you go all the way to Alabama and don't even get in the water.
No, I'm working my way up to it. I'll go in the pool more. I'll take a shower.
There's no pool in Alabama. Oh, you're doing it here.
No, here, yeah.
Here, you're going to work up to it. I gotcha.
I want to pick a strawberry.
Pick a strawberry like from a field.
Yeah, I want to go strawberry picking.
Oh,
I
that's
love
so cool.
strawberries.
Except for the bees. I don't like bees.
There are one or two.
Oh my god, I'm still in it, Lou. I didn't get out of it.
True. She's still in her bee phase. What else do you guys want to do this summer?
Eat
Probably-
blueberries.
Eat
I
blueberries?
ate like a whole like the largest version of like the box,
A flat.
yeah, of blueberries.
Oh
You
my
did?
god.
Yeah, and I'm not supposed to be eating like anything like
Did you
that. Like
poop
acid
blue?
or
Was your
citrus or
poop
whatever.
blue?
I don't look at my poop.
You don't look before you flush?
No,
Why?
do you?
Yeah.
Ew.
That's an indicator of your health.
Really?
What your
Yeah.
poop looks like can tell you if your innards are in good shape or bad shape.
If it's red, that means you're dying.
I don't know. if
bloody
that's
poop.
true.
No, what if I just eat a lot of red stuff?
Well, then
Like
that means you
spicy
ate a
stuff.
lot of red stuff. If you're pooping red, if
Mhm.
you ate a lot of red stuff first, I would imagine that's what that would mean.
Oh, I pooped out like bright green. That's because
Are
I ate
people
like
watching this?
bright like blue ice cream.
Oh yeah, cookie dough.
That's right, the Cookie Monster.
Cookie
ice
Monster
cream.
one.
That's
I diarrheaed
right.
at like 7-Eleven.
Oh, at 7-Eleven.
Yeah.
Oh no, this sounds like a
That was
tragedy.
good to know.
A tragedy.
Um,
That's pretty funny though. Diarrhea. At the
Well, Mom,
7-Eleven.
are you an older sibling or a younger sibling?
I am an only sibling.
Oh,
I
how
got
was that?
no siblings. It was not super fun, I have to tell you. I had cousins that I was close with, but I think now, and I was talking about this with your sisters, it must be really nice to go, so Mom called me and said, blah, blah, blah. What do you think about that? And have someone go, Mom's crazy.
yeah.
Or Mom's just overreacting. Or to have someone else who has your same experience pretty much of your parents would be really cool.
Mhm.
Someone to back you up on stories,
Yeah.
kind of.
Yeah.
Because whenever I am saying something, my parents are like, sometimes they're always like, oh no, you're lying. And my sister is like, no, she's not. So
Mm.
that's always good to have that sort of
She got your back.
alibi.
Yeah, yeah. She
Mhm.
got you back.
Mm-hmm.
Are you proud of your older sisters?
Yeah. Yeah.
No,
I'm proud of my sister.
I'm proud of my sister.
you are.
I mean, for certain things, and then for certain things, I'm maybe not. But
Really
mhm.
interesting.
like, I would have made another call. Is what I'd say. Like,
For what?
Oh.
Where are you calling?
She's talking about her decision making. Sometimes her decision making, she would
Oh,
make a different
I was
decision.
like,
is this a different
who are
question?
you calling?
Yeah, this was kind of a different question.
Oh.
I mean, like, are you proud of her as a person?
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
not
yeah,
talking
I'm
about
proud
the
of her.
minutia of today. She parted her hair on the wrong side. I mean, like, as who she is.
Yeah, I'm proud of her. Then yeah.
Is there anything about her that impresses you? Where you go, oh wow, that's pretty cool.
Well, I'll say something for Georgia.
Okay.
I think everybody in the campers
Mm-hmm.
sort of looks up to Georgia as like a mother figure.
Mm-hmm.
Not like you guys aren't. good
No,
mothers,
I
but you know what I
hear ya,
mean.
Yeah.
Like someone who they look up to and think they're super cool. Georgia's the type of person who people look at and they're like, oh, she's cool. I want to be her when I'm older.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
cool.
So she's
I
sort
know
of like an idol
At least
in the
like,
camper kids.
Interesting.
At least Lily thinks looks up to
Yeah.
Georgia like that.
How does that make you feel?
I'm fine with it. I don't care. Like, not that I don't care, but like, it doesn't affect me.
It doesn't bother you?
I don't
That's
look up
good.
to her like that.
No,
I just
well,
see her
yeah.
as my sister
Yeah.
and as a person in the room.
Yeah.
Kinda.
As a person in the room.
Mm-hmm.
There's someone in the way.
I know.
Just
Well, I've known
another-
Georgia forever, but I feel like if I like walked down on the street and I saw her, I'd be like, oh my God, she's cool. You know, 'cause she has the personality that's just like cool, you know?
Yeah.
She just has one of those chill personalities. But I don't know as a sister.
She has like a red personality.
I was thinking
Red.
of green.
Green. Why green?
Like should we match her
bright
aura?
green,
Like a dark green. Like a
dark green, blue. That
like this green.
that's
That's
not
blue.
green. That's blue.
That's blue.
Is this blue velvet?
It is blue velvet. Whatever. So, what are you proud of? Are you proud of Kylie?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anything in particular
Um
that you're like, that's really cool? Anything Kylie does that's really, really.
Oh, are you wanting me to?
yeah.
Okay.
Oh, got
I
it.
talked for Georgia.
I like how Kylie can be goofy.
She can be very fun and goofy.
Yes, and I like her honesty.
Yeah, I think something that's like, wait, what was the question?
If you're proud of your sister
Oh,
and
yeah.
what you're proud of.
I think I'm proud because I think she's really strong.
Mhm.
And she's herself.
Yeah, I'm really sensitive.
Mhm.
If someone like just raises their voice a tad bit, like I break down in tears. I'm that type of person.
Mhm.
But you can yell at Kylie, but if she knows the right answer, she knows she's right. She knows she's right.
Mm-hmm.
And she's sort of like, you can't really stop her if she thinks that. And I feel like that's cool because she just sort of stands on her ground.
Mm-hmm.
And if they're like, oh, that's not right, I'm like, okay, sorry. I just stopped talking. But she's like, no, I'm right. She ought to, I feel like she could be a lawyer.
She's confident. In her
She's not afraid to
opinion.
voice how she feels.
Yeah.
Is that right? And to stand by how she
Mhm.
feels. So
She would be a
interesting.
good lawyer.
Yeah.
A good judge.
Oh my-
She wants to judge people.
Should be a good judge. Did you get my picture of my third AD?
I didn't look at it.
Why?
But
Third AD.
my sister and my mom were talking about it.
That was
in the car.
adorable. So it's really interesting you say what you just said, because when I was talking to your sisters about the dynamic of the older younger, I feel like you both have very strong personality older sisters,
Mhm.
and that sometimes that might be a lot to have a strong older sister. Do you feel like it's a lot?
Mhm.
Mhm.
You do?
Mhm.
Does it sometimes make you
No,
no?
I don't.
Oh, you don't know. I'm confused.
Yeah, I don't know either, really.
I don't really know. So like,
It's-
yeah, and
It's just natural.
yeah.
It's just who they are.
Yeah.
It's just
I don't
what
really
you-
think like, oh, they have a big personality. I mean, props to you if you think you have like a no, never mind, a big personality.
Big ego. Big personality.
No, I think they have a very big personality. Like you said, she's
Oh,
someone
I thought
who,
they were like, yeah, I have a big personality.
No.
I was like,
say
okay.
they do have a big personality. They are very strong in who they are. And I was just wondering if that affected you guys in any way, positive or negative, that they have such strong personalities. Like, do you find it hard to stand up to them, or does it not affect you? I'm just curious.
I think it's difficult
Yeah, what?
to stand up to them
It's difficult to stand up to
Yeah,
them?
it's difficult to stand up
because they just overrule you, kind
yeah,
of.
I always have comebacks in the shower. Like I'm like having
Oh
my
my
fight in the shower.
I do the same.
Like later, you're
Yeah.
like, dang it, I should have said that.
Yeah, I know. I was like, oh my god, that was such a good comeback.
Yeah, I do that too.
Well, let me tell you this. Part of that is about your age difference.
Mm-hmm.
That they're 2 years older, so they're 2 years smarter.
I even have it with my friends though. If I like am in an argument with them,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and
I
have
prepare
to
my arguments.
You what?
You what?
Prepare
You
arguments.
prepare them. I don't
Yeah.
start them, so I don't know.
No, I think of situations and then I prepare it, and then
Well,
it
that helps
never
you sleep.
happens. But like, I just prepare myself if it does happen, and if it does happen, I don't say the preparations. But
Yeah.
No,
I
that's very
I
interesting.
always like to make up solutions, but like it doesn't involve me. They're like some random characters,
Oh
like
my gosh.
Florence, this like made up character.
Florence? Is that someone's phone?
It's my dad. Sorry.
Aw.
This random girl Florence, who I always think of
Yeah.
before I sleep. Like I make like a whole story. I'm like season 8 of like Florence's life.
Wait, is Florence like a real person? Or
No,
an
it's just like an imaginary character to help me sleep.
Uh-huh.
So
yeah,
I have a whole like life. Like every night is a different episode.
Interesting.
Yeah.
To help you go to sleep.
Mhm.
Do you
I couldn't sleep tonight.
do you both have trouble sleeping?
Yeah.
Well, Kylie has a lot of trouble sleeping.
Kylie does?
I don't.
Mm-hmm.
I just like if I'm like stressed out about something or having like anxiety about something, it's
Mhm.
always good to just go to like another reality sort of. It sounds like Hogwarts, like I'm shifting.
No.
But it's when I'm with like my family a lot, which is why I don't think I'm as good of a sibling as Kylie. I dissociate a lot with my family, which is kind of bad. But Kylie is always there
Mm-hmm.
with the family. She always hangs out with them. And I'm sort of more backed up from the family. I'm sort of
Mhm.
more in my room, less
More of an
social
introvert?
with my family.
Are you
yeah.
more of an introvert?
Yeah, just in general, I'm like the introvert of the. No, actually, my dad is. Me and my dad are both introverts, and my sister and my mom are extroverts.
Yeah. I'm an introvert too.
Yeah.
No, you aren't.
Yes, I'm a very social introvert.
Okay, yeah, that's
So you are a very social introvert. So you know how you really know if you're an introvert or an extrovert? It's how you charge your batteries. So I charge my batteries by taking a nap, being by myself, reading a book, taking a bath. Bert
Same.
charges his batteries by going to Sandy's house,
No, that
having
drains
a
my
party.
battery.
Where can we go? Let's have a barbecue. And that's how Georgia charges her batteries. And Ila charges her batteries like me.
Yeah, I take naps after school.
And that's
I can't.
that's one of the biggest indicators of whether or not you're an introvert or an extrovert is how you recharge. It is not how you are socially necessarily. I'm highly social. Wouldn't you
You just
say?
need your alone time.
I'm highly social.
I think I'm highly social too.
You are. But sometimes you need to go, I'm unplugging. I'm going to go in here and I'm going to be by myself for half an hour and then I'll be back.
Yeah.
It took a long time for me and Bert to figure out that we were opposites like that because he would be like, come on, let's just go. And then I'd just get crankier and crankier. And I'd go, I want to go, but I'm feeling really like worn out.
Yeah.
So then I'll just go lay down, take a 15-minute nap. I'm ready to go. But
you kind of need that space.
I do.
I feel I am at peace with myself.
Yeah.
I sound like a Lana Del Rey Ride music video.
Oh my God.
I'm at peace with myself, or I'm just more. I have more excitement when I'm alone than when I'm with people. I
Interesting.
feel like I find more interest in doing things alone
Right.
than with people. Like when I'm on my own, I don't know, watch a really good movie and it's like my all-time favorite movie. I watch it every day, sort of. But when I'm with my friends, I have to like always make sure they're happy and stuff like that. So I don't know. I always have to entertain them, sort of. And I don't want to do that.
Keep them interested.
That doesn't
Yeah.
interest you?
No, because it's like I'm their mom. Like, interest yourself or something. Like, that's why I like FaceTime.
Uh-huh.
Because then I can just talk to them and I can be like, okay, bye. When I don't want to talk to them anymore.
When you're done.
Yeah. Which is why I don't like having people over. I like going somewhere, like meeting up, like, I don't know, at the Americana or something. Because I don't have to feel like the responsibility of like,
Entertaining them.
making sure they're always like, oh, do you have enough food?
Huh, that's
I
interesting.
hate sleepovers.
You do.
I'm like traumatized from that sleepover.
What sleepover?
The one I had at your house.
From mine? That was years ago.
I had to call my mom at 3 a.m.
I know, but why were you traumatized by that?
No, it's fine.
You were really young.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Was I the youngest one there?
Yeah.
Oh.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I don't think Sydney was there, so yeah.
Yeah.
I was everybody's first sleepover.
You massaged my feet.
I did with some oil, right?
Yeah,
Some
lavender oil.
I was everybody's first sleepover. I think I was Lily's first, Von Fromkin's first sleepover. I was your first sleepover. I was Sydney's first sleepover. My house was rad.
Yeah.
And then we all outgrew it. We got too big for that little bitty space.
Yeah.
It worked really well when you guys were teeny tiny.
Mm-hmm.
What's your favorite thing about the campers as a group?
Georgia. No, that was a joke. Me. No, that was a joke too. Coco.
Coco. Oh my God.
That
Ubatuba.
Ubatuba.
I don't know. My favorite thing about the campers is just sort of, I don't know, we can all like just be ourselves around each other. Because we've known each other forever, so it's not.
So it's kind of
not-
comfortable.
Mhm.
Yeah, like we're all cousins.
You
That's
can
what
just
I like.
I remember we were all, when you're with like friends from school and stuff, you talk,
Mhm.
you know, about things you like. But with the campers, we try to talk and stuff, and we do. But when we want to go on our phones, we just all go on our phones in the room. So we would sit in silence for like, I don't know, like half an hour just on our phones, and we'd all connect.
Mhm.
We'd play Game Pigeon and stuff.
Yeah.
Or we just do our separate things, and then like 30 minutes later, we'd be like, okay, do you want to go outside? It's just sort of, we're kind of like family, honestly, like cousins. I think of you guys as cousins.
Yeah.
So it's sort of easy to
Yeah.
just have fun with, I guess.
So what you're talking about having to take care of a friend when they come over, do you feel that way about the campers?
No.
No.
That's good.
And it's because it's a bigger group as well.
yeah.
Because I feel like if it was just me and Max,
Yeah.
which would be really
That's
weird.
an odd matching.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd ever hang out with Max one-on-one.
Yeah. Well, that doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
I mean, not that you couldn't, but
Yeah.
that doesn't make a lot of sense.
Yeah.
But
17-year-old boy with a 12-year-old.
13?
13? Wait, you're 13?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
she just
came
had her
to my
birthday.
birthday.
so what is your favorite thing about the campers?
I already said
I didn't hear you.
That everyone was kind of like cousins.
Oh, okay.
I said that.
I said it before you.
Well, don't worry, the other lady said that too.
Oh.
So that's really cool.
How dare they?
That's pretty cool though.
Wait,
that
were
you
they
have
right
this group.
before this?
Yeah. It's pretty cool though that they have
So-
that you guys have this group of kids that are like cousins.
Mhm.
Do you think that's cool?
Yeah.
Do you think other people have that?
I mean, depends. Like, I think
they call them like family friends and stuff.
Yeah.
But it's sort of like a drag. Like, oh, I have to hang out with my family friends.
Yeah.
But with you guys, it's just like, oh, I'm hanging out with my family friends. But it's more like, oh, I'm hanging out with my cousins.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
So if I'm texting someone, they're like, hey, do you want to hang out? I'm like, oh, I'm hanging out with my other friend. That's kind of rude, you know?
Uh-huh.
So I'm saying, oh, I have to hang out with my cousins.
Right.
It's easier that way.
Yeah. So funny. Georgia had the exact same answer.
Really?
Exact same
I text my friends, I'm hanging out with my cousins. Not
That's
my
why we play
family
Taboo.
friends.
Yeah, I know.
Oh my
you guys
God.
share a brain in Taboo. You and
It's
Georgia
so scary.
share a brain.
You and Kylie. It's so bad.
It wasn't that bad. You just had to get your rhythm. You finally started getting your rhythm when the game was over.
Yeah, and
know.
competition was a little high.
Yeah,
So
because
it
you
was,
guys were like pot. It was
Yeah.
like oven.
Yeah.
Just like
Georgia would just look at you and you'd say the word.
We were like Hannah Baker, and they were like bathtub.
Yeah.
oh my God, Luna.
It was kind of crazy. I don't even know what you just said. Hannah Baker and bathtub. I don't get it.
Yeah, it's fine.
Is it from Shameless?
No.
What's it from? Explain it to me.
No.
Hannah Baker and bathtub? It's okay. I'll
It's
Google it
okay.
later.
Oh, please don't.
Why?
It's from a show called 13 Reasons Why.
Oh, have you seen this show?
No.
No.
Have you seen this show?
No, I haven't.
I haven't seen it show.
I haven't.
You seen it show? I haven't seen the show. We tried
It's
watching
just-
it, but it was so boring. But I know
Yeah.
what happens.
I didn't.
Like, I know what the
watched
show's
the
about.
First episode, yeah. I don't watch it.
Okay. I'd rather you didn't
Yeah.
watch that show
Same.
without telling me. Okay.
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 Okay. Busted.
I don't
watch
we
it. You
didn't
can
watch
check
it.
my Netflix.
Busted.
You can check my
Busted.
Yeah.
So
Do you watch it, Mom?
Yeah, do you watch it? How do you know?
I haven't watched it, but I've heard a great deal about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, same.
And
Yeah, I don't.
I don't really like that type of movie and
The show.
show. I don't like that type of show. And I don't think it's very healthy or helpful for someone your age to watch it. But that's my opinion based on not ever having seen it, but having heard from other moms who watched it with their daughters and thought it was a good idea. And when it was
Yeah.
described to me, I was like, I think this is a terrible idea. So my opinion is
I don't
based
think
on
that show's for me.
it's
I like
not-
more funnier shows like Shameless.
like Shameless.
Yeah.
Is that your favorite show right now?
Yeah, because I'm watching it right now. Like when I'm watching my favorite show, it's like my favorite show. Because
Yeah.
when I was watching Gilmore Girls, it was my favorite show. Gossip Girl, my favorite show. Yeah,
What's
just like the
your-
show at the moment is my favorite show.
Oh, yeah. What's your favorite show?
I really have no clue. I watched like a true crime thing.
You like,
I'm
they like
just-
true crime?
Criminal Minds.
No, not Criminal Minds. It's too much acting in that. I can't. I watched a thing called Crime Scene. It was about a murder case.
Yeah.
But
Do you know the Cecil Hotel one?
yeah, that one. It
the
was
Richie Ramirez one. And I couldn't sleep.
You couldn't sleep?
I had to
Yeah.
lock my windows.
I
and
need to be
put
prepared.
candles in front of them, so if they came in and they like someone came into my door,
it would
my
light
window.
a fire.
No, it just make a noise because it's a glass candle.
Ah, it would knock it over.
Mhm.
Interesting.
You
Because
didn't
I have a
light-
big window.
You do. You do have a big window.
It's like the size of like a wall.
It's a door, though, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's
it's
like a
a
sliding
door.
glass
You
door.
can get out of it.
Ooh. But, you know, someone would have to be Spider-Man to get up to the second floor. So,
No,
Well,
you can just
not
get
really.
a
There's
rope.
trees.
a rope? You think they're going to lasso
I
your
mean,
balcony?
it's
I mean,
not
in Cats and
impossible.
Boots.
Captain
Cats and
Boots.
Boots?
The cat.
Oh my God, the Cat and Boots.
What was it called? Cats and Boots, right?
Boots and Cats?
Boots and Cats?
Boots? Get us Cat and Boots.
Cat
Oh.
and Boots?
Cats and Boots.
What about Cat and Boots?
It's just like he did that.
Yeah.
When he had like his Western phase.
Yeah, didn't he have like that whole entire
His
show?
Western
Yeah.
phase.
Yeah, he went through like phases. I watched it with you guys on like road trips.
It was
to
like
Palm
Shrek
Springs.
phase, and then like wasn't he in Shrek? Right?
No, that's a different show.
That's Puss in Boots.
yeah.
Yeah, that one.
Oh, is
See?
that what you watched before was Puss in Boots?
And then there was like
think
a
so.
whole series about him.
Yeah,
and his
that's the
girlfriend.
Lasso phase.
That was like a Western.
Okay. I don't remember Puss in Boots.
I remember it
I just
so
remember there was,
vividly.
like, a cat.
I
And then they
just-
were in like Rome or Italy or something. And then this girl was taking a bath.
Was her name Hannah?
Out of pocket, Leanne.
Out of pocket, Leanne. Out of pocket. Who's the most fun camper parent?
Sandy.
Steven.
No, not Steven. I was gonna say Sandy.
Sandy? She's pretty fun.
Yeah.
Sandy.
And my
might vote
mom's
Sandy,
dancing
too.
skills.
Her mad skills, that woman, right? Mad skills. I don't know. Bert's pretty fun too. He does come up with fun stuff for us to do.
Arguments.
He does argue quite a bit. Yes.
Yeah.
He likes to debate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He likes to get into some heated, intense debates.
I mean, it's kind of fun.
Yeah. And
I
then
kinda like the
Kylie and him
debate.
just go back and forth.
I know he and Kylie. Do debate.
Kylie, Georgia, and then Lily and me are like, so it's like Bert and then Kylie and Georgia are like the main ones. They're like
Yeah.
carrying the team.
And then
And then it's like the rest. And then it's like Max and Carter who are never there.
yeah.
And like Sydney.
And then me, I don't involve myself.
No,
in that.
don't
Yeah.
engage.
I do.
Yeah, Lou, you just like pop in a little.
Yeah, and then I suddenly said the wrong like thing at the wrong time. I'm like, that was meant for like 10 minutes ago. It just
Yeah.
came into my mind.
just
now.
processing.
Oops, oops.
It's like the shower arguments.
Yeah.
Who's the
Yeah.
best cook?
Kathy's the best baker.
Kathy is the best baker.
I think my mom's or
Yeah.
my
Sandy-
dad.
Your mom's pretty good
Yeah.
cook.
Yeah. Sandy's a really good cook.
She is. Bert does good meat.
Yeah.
Right? His
Yeah.
meat's pretty good.
Bert does good meat. Mom does good cuisines.
Cuisines. Yes. She's
Yeah.
an excellent cuisiner.
I just learned that word.
She's a cuisine queen. A cuisine queen.
Yesterday.
Yesterday.
Delilah was like, let's start off with cuisines. And I was like,
Cuisines.
what?
Is Delilah your friend?
No, it's Kylie's friend.
Oh, yes. I
'Cause
know Delilah.
You guys were, everybody was out, and my mom was like, order food, and we didn't know what to order.
Mhm.
So she was like, let's start off with cuisines.
So what'd you order?
Dad came home, we went to get Greek food.
Oh, yum. I love Greek food.
We had Chinese last night.
You did?
Mm-hmm.
I thought you
Nice.
guys were going to get ramen.
No, we didn't.
Oh,
Sadly,
Kathy told us.
Kathy.
Kathy was like, yeah, they were talking about getting ramen.
Okay.
Kathy's not. Yeah.
Kath was on the wrong path. Kath was on the wrong path.
Wasn't she little last night?
Oh my God.
She
Kathy?
yeah.
No, she drove home. She was totally fine.
Oh yeah, she had to drive home.
No, she drove home. She was fine.
Mom, why didn't you drive her?
I offered to drive her and she said no. She wanted to drive to Sandy's house. So I picked her up at Sandy's and we went and had a great time. We had a nice meal and we had a lot of fun.
Oh, okay.
It was super fun. Anything you want to do this summer?
Pick strawberries.
Pick strawberries. You already said that. Sorry. I already asked that question. My bad.
Well, I want to go to, since I just learned how to roller skate, I
Yeah.
want to go with my mom, because my mom knows how to rollerblade, to the Santa Monica Pier.
Oh,
And we can
cool.
roller skate, because Kylie has summer school.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, so I'm going to be, because we can't really go anywhere since
Yeah.
Kylie has her school.
Yeah.
So,
When does her school start?
I don't know, the whole summer.
Yeah, she told me she's taking art.
Yeah, she's taking her courses or something, so she doesn't need to take it during the year.
Yeah.
So she can open up new classes.
Yep. She's taking an elective. Yeah, that's what she said. That's
Electric.
an elective
Oh.
during the summer so she can take something else, a different elective during her school year. And she said she's taking the art class over the summer with her friends. So she said that she's kind of treating it like art camp,
Oh, yeah.
which is pretty smart.
Mhm.
Be fun to go do art with your friend all summer.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be bad, right?
Mhm.
Totes. So what do you think your sisters said about you about being little sisters?
Well,
Any
we're
suspicions?
I already
privileged.
said what I think she called me.
Rat.
You did? Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, my walking fart
Your walking
rat.
fart.
Stinky rat.
No,
Yeah.
they actually were very nice about you guys.
I think we're mean now because Leanne's describing them as super nice, and we've been like,
I didn't say they were super nice, but they were nice.
oh, okay, then never
Can we
mind.
listen to their podcast?
Of course you can.
Okay.
And they can listen to
I'll
yours
listen
too.
to it when it releases, and I'll clean my room.
So what's your favorite thing about what's your favorite thing about your big sister? What's your favorite thing?
Her, like physically or like
Whatever. First thing that comes to your mind.
mentally.
I think her taste.
Her taste,
Yeah.
her style, her
Yeah,
mad style.
Georgia.
Her taste is just like things I can come to her with advice.
That's
for
good.
advice.
Georgia's kind of like a hoarder. Her room's like
Her room is a bit intense, but her room is
Cluster.
also tiny.
Mhm.
So she's space challenged in that room. I'm ready for her to get in this house, so that she can actually have an appropriate amount of space. Her room is just tiny. That's a great room for like a 3-year-old.
Oh,
But it's not a great room for a teenager. It's
Little too
really,
old.
really small.
Teddy.
Yeah.
Teddy.
Totes.
Are you gonna have a podcast with Teddy?
Sure.
And Lola,
Sure.
just crying the entire time.
So what do you think you've learned from your big sister?
I think we
A
already
lot.
answered this.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
I think we already answered this.
Well, answer it again.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I guess.
Um,
Nothing new comes to mind?
not really. That was like the first thing that popped into my mind.
I learned how to have a new identity
Aw.
Ooh.
with my identity crisis.
You had an identity crisis?
Yeah.
You did?
No, not that big of a
No,
crisis.
I wouldn't think
Small
so.
baby crisis.
I wouldn't think so. Is there anything you want to talk about? Any topic happening in the world today you'd like to talk about?
Oh,
What, Ila? What were you going to say?
I was gonna say, what do you see us as? Like
Yeah.
older and younger. What do you like?
What do you want to do
pursue?
when you're older?
What do I want to do when I'm older? Travel. Enjoy my life. Enjoy my yard. Enjoy my kids. Hope my kids come to visit.
I was gonna ask, like, what's like your perspective on younger and older siblings?
Oh,
Yeah,
What's your my perspective on older and younger siblings? I think that there's good and bad in both roles.
Explain.
I think there's I think that it's hard to be the first one, but you know, there's this saying that says something like pain carves a cavern in your heart that can be filled with joy, right? So I think they have a harder path in some ways, but in some ways it's a bit more fulfilling, you know, because sometimes when you do really hard things, you have a deeper fulfillment. And then that can be applied to the younger kids too in a different way. So like you were saying about the independence piece, Ila, I think they get to be independent faster. I think they somehow mature faster than younger siblings do, you know?
yeah.
And I think there's good and bad to that, you know? I would imagine it would not be hard necessarily to find your own identity behind an older sibling, but I would think it would be harder than being the older sibling. Like it would be easier to find your way as the older than it would be as the younger because there's no one ahead of you. So you get to kind of make it up as you go along. And if you have someone who's 2 years
You
ahead
can write
of
your
you,
own story.
exactly. And then not that younger siblings don't get to write their own story, just
It's
that
a little harder.
it might be a little more challenging, a little more confusing. Like, well, she went left, but I don't really want to go left. But am I supposed to go left? Maybe I'm supposed to go left. Everybody else went left, but I really want to go right. But is it right that I go right? Like, I would imagine that happens.
Overthinking.
Yes, and just weighing their life experience against what you want for yourself and trying to figure out what you want.
Me
What'd you
too.
say?
I'm a really big overthinker.
Are you?
Uh-huh.
I wonder if
And I'm very indecisive.
you're very into what?
Indecisive.
Indecisive.
I'm very indecisive.
Yeah.
And do you think your sisters are decisive or indecisive?
Decisive.
Kylie's decisive, but she's like, oh yeah, I'm so indecisive. Oh my God. I'm like, girl, no, you're not. Sit down. She was like, I didn't know what shirt to buy. And I was like,
But
I just
see
had this
her-
conversation with her the other day.
You did, but you see her as very decisive.
Yeah, I see her very decisive. My mom sees her very decisive. Everybody sees her decisive, but she sees herself indecisive. So
Mhm. I wonder too, because you know, something that Georgia talked about on the podcast was she was a little older than you. And she would see me helping you with things that either she didn't need help with or she didn't need help with anymore because she was older and more mature. And it would sometimes make her jealous
Yeah, I noticed that.
because she would be like, why does she get all that attention? When it wouldn't have been appropriate for me to have helped Georgia in the same way at that moment in time. So I think that kind of stinks. Do you feel like there's anything like that in reverse?
You always like, not you, but like parents always kind of like, I don't know. I I don't think this like correlates with anything, but they always give the older sibling like the better colors.
The better colors?
Yeah, like they gave Georgia blue and me pink.
Wait, for what?
Like for like bags or something.
Oh my
And,
God.
like toothbrushes.
Really?
Yeah.
No, I just don't agree with that. I got the
Why?
same color bags.
You did?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Where
we
are you
got
getting your
different-
bags from?
I don't know.
The dentist when they give you little goodie bags?
Yeah, kind of. And
Maybe you
people-
looked really girly.
I don't
When the
think I
guy,
did.
when the girl was like,
Oh my God.
Maybe
whose
they
lady
thought
are you getting with?
In London.
Oh yeah, the
When-
third leg.
Yeah.
He's got a third leg.
She was like,
Oh my goodness.
this old lady came up to Isla and she had her short Karen haircut
Uh-huh.
and was like, which girl you getting with? And
Yeah.
and Isla was like, what? And she was like, yeah, you have your third leg. And we had this little animal and she stuffed her finger up it. And I was like, what are you doing?
Yeah,
and we
it
were
was
just like,
disgusting.
we were so young. I was like 8
Mhm.
or something. And we were just like,
It was a little freaky.
yeah. And that's when Bert was like, hot sauce.
Hot sauce, hot
Yeah.
sauce, hot sauce, hot sauce.
Mhm.
It was a little freaky. I had a little short haircut, a little
Yeah.
boy cut. It was really
Yeah.
cute.
Well,
I
like
like
the
to see
lady-
all the pictures on our.
The lady
Thing.
messed up my
Frame.
haircut, so the lady at Floyd's messed it up.
Floyd.
She did.
Uh-huh, and
We
I
went to
had go
Floyd's
another
barbershop and she
Floyd's.
screwed up her haircut and Nyla was just devastated. We had to go to another Floyd's and have someone else fix it.
Really?
Mhm.
I don't
And that's
think
when I
she's
became
very-
Karen.
That's what?
When I became Karen.
When you became Karen.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I think you were talking about her haircut being Karen?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the lady that
Oh
walked
no,
up.
her haircut was Karen.
Mhm.
You think so? I don't really know.
She
what
had the
that
like
means.
side part. And I was like,
Yeah.
I thought she looked adorable.
yeah. I love seeing the photos, the castle pictures.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
right?
Mhm.
That was fun. It was a really fun trip to London. Did you like living in London?
Yeah.
You did.
Your
I didn't
house
have a
there
bunch
was
of
cool.
friends there, but
The house you guys
I
were
listened
in.
to the Beatles there, so
Yeah.
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 They were in London though, right? They
Yeah.
lived in
Yeah, they're from Liverpool.
yeah.
Liverpool.
Liverpool. Hmm.
The
Like a
Beatles were
war
sort of my
site?
comfort artist.
Oh, they're amazing, the
Mhm.
Beatles.
That's when I sort of got into more like older music,
Uh-huh.
more 60s, 70s music.
Mm-hmm.
In London,
Mhm.
because I listened to the Beatles because they were all about the Beatles in
Well,
London.
yeah.
All English from born artists. They all like
Rolling
listen to and
Stones.
stuff. Yeah.
David
So
Bowie.
I listened to a lot of artists
Mhm.
and I'd always do my homework and stuff. And I had this piano teacher. His name was Dylan.
Mhm.
And we'd always play these really cool songs. But I had this teacher
Mhm.
who, did you guys watch Matilda?
Mhm.
The Miss Honey. It kind of looks like Sarah Paulson. But Miss Honey, I had this Miss Honey sort of teacher.
Uh-huh.
She was sort of my only friend. I
Uh-huh.
know that's kind of mean. But like, yeah. Hi, Miss Gilbert, if you're watching this. She was really nice.
Yeah.
Even though I did have to get pulled out of class a lot. It was really embarrassing.
Why were you pulled
Um,
out of class?
Because I didn't know how to spell.
Oh. She was helping you?
Because it's kind of embarrassing because they're putting like A set, B set, and C set.
Mm-hmm.
And A set is like the super duper smart set. And then
Mhm.
C set is like the not super smart set. So I started off in A set to see how I was. Then I got put down to B set, then C set. I couldn't spell, so I got put into my own D set.
Oh my goodness.
And I was the only one in the D set. So I got taken out of
no.
class, and the easiest words were like dog. And everybody was spelling like axion and stuff like that.
Oh my
Axion.
goodness.
Yeah.
I don't even know what that is.
Me either.
I don't either.
They just spelled like Italian words, and I was like, what? And they had to like find the suffix and prefix, and I was just like spelling like how to spell cat. And it was fine, but it was kind of hard. It was really
was.
hard in London because they're like a year ahead in the school system.
Oh, okay.
Because the American school system, kind of.
They're a year ahead of the American school
Yeah.
system. Okay. So why didn't they just put you 1 year back?
I don't know, because they were younger.
Okay. Because
So it was like with my age group.
Got it. So they were going to catch you up,
Yeah.
and then you moved.
I
back
did
to
catch up, and I got
America.
student of the year. So
That's
that was kinda
awesome because you worked really hard.
good. Yeah.
That's very good, Lou. That's very good. Very good.
I'm going to write Miss Gilbert an email.
You are?
Yeah, I now think of her. So I'm going to write her an
Aw,
email.
That would make her so happy.
Yeah.
You know that would make her really happy. I wrote Miss Thompson an email
Oh my God.
not long ago. Miss
Miss Thompson, the one with the jersey.
With a jersey?
Oh yeah.
Did you have a
Dwayne
jersey?
The Rock. Remember that movie we watched? So, okay, this is super weird. This is like the only memory I have. But we watched this movie. It was with The Rock, and he had this little kid.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if you know the movie, but it was like he was a football
Like Tooth
player.
Fairy?
Yeah, Tooth Fairy.
Tooth Fairy too.
And she was dating like this girl, and her jersey was like Thompson or something. And while I was watching with Island, she was like, "Look, Thompson."
Miss Thompson.
Yeah, and that just stuck with me. I don't know why.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
You actually did, Miss Thompson.
I emailed Miss Thompson and told her what an important teacher she was for you. And I thanked her because, you know, she really, really liked you a lot. And I think she
Why?
understood you. Do you feel like she understood who you were?
Yeah, she was really nice.
She got you. She really did. And I feel like of all your teachers at Miss Katz and Miss Thompson got you. They really understood how you learned and what
Miss
was hard for
Katz.
you.
Miss Katz, I loved her
And
so much.
Miss Katz was a lovely human being, is still a lovely human being. But I wrote her and thanked her because it meant a lot to me as a parent to have a teacher that was that really got who my kid was
And really cared.
and
about
really
their
cared
student.
and was willing to. I mean, remember when we were learning your multiplication tables and they had a timed, like, I don't remember, 30 seconds when you had to fill in the wheel with, you know.
That was the most stressful thing.
And I emailed her.
The multiplication wheel.
Yes, I emailed her and said, this is really stressing her out. She's like, come in 10 minutes early and we'll just do it in private. I'll give her extra time and we'll just do it that way. So we
No,
came
she
to
was
school
so
early.
nice.
Yep. And we just banged it out and she totally got it.
Miss Garcia scared me.
And
She
Miss
did.
Garcia's going to be watching this.
I know
She
she
did.
scared me. a
Why did
little.
she scare you?
No, she was very intense.
She was very intense.
And then
She
when
cared
I got
a
in
lot.
the fight with the teacher in 5th grade, she didn't help me.
Miss Howe?
No, the other teacher, the redhead. When she made fun of she laughed at me.
Oh,
At one time.
Miss,
The redhead,
Miss
the 5th grade
Miss-
teacher, science
Yeah.
teacher.
Layla?
No.
No, I know
You
her
know
name.
what I'm talking
She had the
Hanlon?
red curly hair.
Yeah, the red curly
Hamlet?
hair.
Hanlon, something
Hamlet?
like that.
Yeah.
Hamilton?
Something like
Alexander
that.
Hamilton.
Yeah,
Oh,
do you
yes.
remember that?
Yes, I do.
That was so bad.
It's,
She
you
did
know-
not believe me.
It's not okay. You know, what's really difficult about living in California when you have dyslexia is not recognized as a disability here. And it's really a shame.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Like, oh my God, I'm so dyslexic.
Well,
Like,
Yeah.
when they can't, like, when they're not spelling, when they spell, like, a word wrong, they're like, oh my God, I'm so dyslexic.
Mhm.
And it's just, like, offensive, obviously. I can't speak for it, but it's just what I witnessed. You know?
well, one in 5 people are dyslexic. That's a lot of people. So if you have 20 people in your
And there's a
class,
spectrum of it.
yes, there is.
But-
there's different, degrees. So I guess that is a spectrum. But there's like if you have 20 people in your classroom, at least 4 people will have dyslexia. And it's really a shame that they don't recognize it, or I think they just started recognizing it in the state of California. So teachers just didn't want to deal with it.
That teacher was so mean. I
Yeah.
asked where the directions were on the test and she started laughing at me.
I remember that.
I got
yeah.
so hurt about that.
And I spoke to her about that because that was not okay. I mean, you had an IEP and you were going to see Miss Garcia regularly. She should never have done that. It was not cool.
Not very nice.
No, not very
Well.
nice. What'd you think about this podcast?
It was,
Very good.
yeah.
Very good.
Talkative.
We've lost Lou. She's now drawing pictures on the arm of the couch. So, what'd you think about it?
It was good. Can we actually get Uba after this? I love the taste, but it hurts my tummy.
Isla texted us the other day who's down for Uba.
I know. And no, Lou was like, we had it yesterday. It was like, wow.
I know. Isla was like, wah, wah.
I got
They
so
had it
upset.
We're going to
yesterday.
text you guys next time we get Uba.
So
Please
Uba
do.
Tuba is what?
Really good.
Acai. It's
Oh.
like this acai bowl.
Yeah.
And it has, you can add your toppings. And I feel like that's what makes it because it has like strawberry, banana, anything
And
you want to
Nutella.
it. And Nutella.
So good. And
Chips.
It's kind of like
Chocolate
frozen
chips.
yogurt,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
It's all fruit. It's just too much citrus for my tummy.
Yeah.
It's too much fruit,
So
but you eat
badly.
it anyway.
You
I
need
know.
to eat more carbs to balance it out.
I know.
or whatever.
I need to
I don't know.
carbonate myself.
You have to cover it
Carbonate.
with Nutella.
Yeah.
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 Well, maybe we should go get some Ubatuba.
We'll do another experiment.
Call
Mhm.
your
Stew
sisters.
experiment.
Yeah, we'll
I'm
do
fine
an
with
experiment with every flavor.
Yeah. You can call your big sisters and have a big sister, little sister,
She can pick it up,
Ubatuba.
Georgia.
Yeah, Georgia
Right.
can pick it up.
Yeah, totally. Well, thanks for being on my podcast.
You're welcome.
I appreciate it. Was it what you thought it would be, Lou?
No.
No?
I thought it'd be more like a confirmation.
A confirmation?
I don't know
does
what that
that
word
mean?
means.
You are confirmed. It is confirmed you are a little sister.
Yeah.
Is that what you meant?
No, I thought it'd be more like
Do you think it'd be less of a conversation?
Yeah.
And more like
More
something
like-
at school?
how did you get your first record signed?
How did you get your
Actually,
first record signed?
The first label I went to didn't want me. So then when I blew up on Tumblr, then they called me back and was like, hey, we want to sign with you. And I was like kind of tempted first because they didn't believe in me first. And then I was like, yeah, and I signed with them.
Totally.
Like
Well,
an
that's
interview kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, you thought it would be like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's more talky.
It's more like a chit chat, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of easy to talk to.
Yeah.
You think?
Yeah,
Sort of.
you're orange.
My orange.
She's not orange. I think she's more like a.
Orange.
Oh, you're talking about my essence color?
I think like a dark pink red, like a burgundy.
Dark red.
Burgundy.
Blue.
I feel very orange.
Yeah, you're like a orange and brown and yellow.
Do you guys think my aura matches? People say I have a purple aura.
Yeah. Purple and blue.
Yeah, that's what everybody says. Like a dark blue or dark purple.
Really
Mm-hmm.
deep waters.
I think
Deep waters.
Ila is like
Green.
no.
No,
I
not
think she's
green.
like I don't know.
What do you think
I'm
I
not good at it. I think like orange as well. I feel so
Oh,
orange.
you know why? Because we're twins.
I've
Twinning.
I've been told mine
Or like a
is-
dark blue as well.
Mine. People say mine's yellow and blue.
Yeah.
Well, yellow and blue make green.
my Kylie was like, "Mom, what color's my aura?" And she's like, "Brown."
I
Did you say the color of a walking fart?
Yeah.
You can say that next time.
She's like, "Poop."
the color of a walking fart.
I see Kylie as pink and brown for some reason.
Oh, I kind of see that.
I could see that. Pink and brown.
Burgundy.
What's Georgia?
She's
Green.
I think green.
She's
Green.
actually like a red, or like when she's like around people, new people, she's like a red, like
That
a really
movie
bright
Inside
red.
Out was so good.
It was good, wasn't it? It was a cute little movie.
And then she's like,
It just
green.
came to me because of like the colors.
What color is Bert Kreischer?
No.
Blue?
he's
I
like
don't see him as blue. I
I
see
think a
him as
red.
fire engine red.
Yeah.
I see him as blue.
You do.
Like
Like-
a state color red.
What color is your
Like-
your dad, Tom Hayslip?
Gray.
Gray.
Gray?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
And then Sandy's like red and yellow.
Sandy, I think, is like red.
Hey, did you see that scarf I gave your mom last night?
No.
Oh, come on, Lou.
My mom put on my eye drops today
She did?
because I had this really puffy eye.
You did.
So that's why I didn't go to school on Tuesday. I was like, I couldn't see it. It was like this.
Oh, what was wrong?
So Kathy came over and was like, "Oh yeah, that's pink eye." It
you
wasn't.
had pink eye?
It wasn't pink eye.
No.
She was like, "Oh yeah, I think it's pink eye," because my eye was all crusty and stuff.
Oh.
But they didn't know what it was.
Oh.
They just gave me eye drops and stuff.
Did you go to the doctor?
Yeah,
Aha. I was going to the doctor on Monday. I
Aha.
think she's really excited
a
about
physical.
it. Yeah. Time for your physical.
I don't want to
You're gonna be like Kylie cried.
because of the shot.
Yeah, even in her physicals, not even getting shot, she still cries.
She does. Mm.
This one time, my mom just pulled up to the doctor's office without like any warning, and she just broke down crying because we didn't tell her.
Oh, my goodness.
Kylie, when
What?
her shot fears,
Her what?
her shot
Yeah.
feared like with needles.
Yeah, she's very afraid of shots and needles, for sure. Well, thank you for being on my podcast.
You're
It was
welcome.
really fun. Will you come back and do it again sometime?
Mhm.
I mean, Isla's been on
Well,
it a
they might
bunch.
not like me.
What's that?
They might not like me.
Oh, Lou.
We'll see.
We'll see.
Lou reminds me of a fish.
A fish?
That's rude. Just because I'm a Pisces. What if I said about you? You look like a crab.
Well, I'm sorry.
She can be crabby,
You're
especially in the morning.
lying.
She looks like an Aries though.
Yeah.
Small and
she's just like
feisty.
all fire.
Me?
Yeah.
I am all fire.
I get major just fire. Like,
I am. I'm Aries. I'm Leo, Aries, Leo. It's a lot of fire.
Mm-hmm.
You're not very self-centered, though.
No, I don't think. Thank you, Isla. I don't think I'm very self-centered.
I mean, like, not.
Leos
very,
scare
like,
me
you're
because they come off me, but it's not their intention. Like whenever I talk to you, I feel like you're judging me.
Really?
Yes.
Judging you for what? What in the world
like,
would
when
I judge
talk
you for?
to older moms who are Leos, right?
Uh-huh.
They just look at me and I feel like they're judging me. So I'm like,
I think they're not paying attention to me.
yeah, same.
Yeah.
I feel like they just like don't care, but not with you.
You feel like I don't care?
No.
I was gonna say, Lou, I've never judged you for anything.
Yeah.
Except in positive ways. You're a very good musician. That's a judgment. You're very pretty. That's
Thank
a
you.
judgment. You're very bright. You have a kind heart.
It's ego boosting.
Yeah.
Ego boosting?
It's
Well,
a good thing.
That's what I think. That's my judgment.
I go to like tuba so bad.
Oh, well, let's go get Uba Tuba. I'm trying to wrap this thing up and you guys keep talking.
Okay, I'm sorry.
So thank you for being my guest on Wife of the Party.
You're
Please come back
welcome.
another time, and I love you both.
Yeah, I'm here.
I love you very much.
I